Welcome to another Hearthstone match. This time our contestants are
Anduin versus Rexar.
Anduin and Rexar, Priest versus Hunter.
The hunt begins.
And this opening hand looks
shall bring
pretty
victory.
terrible for the Priest. He's got a lot of high cost cards or cards that are situational. Not a lot you can use to get something early on the board to affect any early aggression from Rexar. When you're playing a Hunter deck, you can expect some early aggression usually. The Priest is going second, so he's got the coin there, and we'll see if the Hunter does anything aggressive in this game.
Greetings.
The players greet each other.
Greetings,
So no turn one play for Rexar, and nothing really good for the Priest. And I think that's one of the reasons you should have gotten rid of that Inner Fire. Try and get a minion so he can attack into any early threats from the Hunter. And the Hunter doesn't, again, do anything that impacts the board. He plays a secret, so playing maybe a little bit later of a game here. And it's not clear what that secret is. It could be a snipe. And I think the Priest's going to see if it is here by playing Shield Bearer. So not a snipe. Oh, and I think the Priest maybe made a mistake there. He could have played Inner Fire on his Shield Bearer and been able to make it a 4/4. And maybe he should have, because now the Hunter gets that 4/2 charge boar and can attack without any repercussion, killing that Shield Bearer. And that Inner Fire is useless without a minion to play it on, so... now here, he could play the coin, getting 4 mana, and then getting out that 1/7 minion with taunt. Instead, he plays Thought Steal, stealing 2 cards from the enemy deck, and now the Priest has a ton of cards in his hand, but the Hunter's got that 4/2 boar. I think I'd rather have the 4/2 boar at this point, especially when that Hunter hero power can deal a lot of damage. So if you get the Priest low enough, that hero power can finish the Priest off, although the Priest's hero power is kind of the antithesis of the Hunter hero power. They both... one of them deals 2 damage to the Priest, and one of them heals the Priest for 2. So the Priest now playing the Ironfur Grizzly. They stole out of the Hunter's deck, and then Scavenging Hyena, and that 4/2 boar will have to attack the minion with taunt next turn, killing them both, and then causing the Hyena to grow from eating the Ironfur Grizzly. So not a bad play by the Hunter, by the Priest there. And let's see, next turn we could see a Mogushan Warden, maybe with an Inner Fire on it to make a 7/7 Mogushan Warden. The Priest's got a pretty good hand. He's got some late game cards. He's got some AoE. The Hunter's doing a great job clearing off the table of the Priest, though, with Bestial Wrath and Kill Command. A little bit of overkill with both spells. But they leave the Hunter in the same position he was last time, which is he's got that boar, he's got that secret. The Priest's struggling to just deal with a 4/2 minion. If he had a Holy Smite or something like that, he's still got the Holy Nova, so that could deal with it. I think he's probably hoping that next turn the Hunter plays a lot of 2 health minions and he can Holy Nova them all. Although I think I probably would have played Inner Fire on that Mogushan Warden, causing that boar to die if he attacks at all. Or maybe he's afraid of Deadly Shot, something like that. And the Hunter looking at that 1/7 minion. Oh, and he plays Kill Command, dealing 5 damage to it and finishing it off with the boar, which would have died if he played Inner Fire on him earlier. And now an even worse position to start this turn in for the Priest. He does cast Holy Fire, healing himself back up to 29. So his health total, even though he's been staring at a boar for the past few turns, is not too low. He's still stayed pretty high. But again, the Hunter's got a secret, he's got a boar, and now he's got the Tundra Rhino and a Dire Alfalfa, and that's a lot of beasts. And now every beast the Hunter plays, thanks to that Tundra Rhino, has charge. So that's very scary for the Priest player as he draws another Holy Nova, and that'll take care of at least 2 of those beasts there. But it doesn't kill the Tundra Rhino, and that is probably the scariest beast to face down as when you're looking at a Hunter deck, because every one of those beasts has got charge now, and that's a lot of trouble, especially when he's got a Holy Nova, so if a lot of the beasts are low cost, well, there's a Houndmaster giving that Tundra Rhino taunt and bigger stats, and then a Ironfur Grizzly who gets charged thanks to the Tundra Rhino, bringing the Priest down to 16. And Holy Nova doesn't do a lot here. Mind Control will do something, though. He Mind Controls that Tundra Rhino, who his power doesn't mean a whole lot now because the Priest isn't playing many beast cards, if any, but allows him to attack that Ironfur Grizzly, triggering Snake Trap. Secret! And that gives that Hunter 3 snakes. That's a lot of damage coming at the Priest next turn. It's got 7 damage on the table. The Priest only at 16 here. He does have a taunt minion though, so that should be helpful. Uh-oh. There's an Iron Beak Owl that silences the Tundra Rhino. Getting rid of taunt, then unleash the hounds. That's a huge amount of damage, especially with steady shot here. What is that? He's at 14. Oh, you're getting low. He takes the priest down to 1 health, and he leaves that Thunder Rhino up. It's silenced. It's a shadow of his former self. Oh, the priest has Alexstrasza, and that could bring his health back up to 15. I'm not sure it's enough. He's got a lot of damage on the board on the opposing side. If he plays Alexstrasza, he won't be able to do anything else this turn except attack with that Thunder Rhino. But a brief respite as the Thunder Rhino goes after the most dangerous minion he can kill on the enemy side. Now it's still, the Hunter has 4, 6, 8, 10 damage on the board, plus the hero power, it's 12. So he can do a lot of damage here. Oh, and he's got the Scavenging Hyena, so he even has the option to throw all of his snakes at Alexstrasza to buff that Hyena. Instead, he goes straight for the face, dealing a lot, bringing that priest down to 3 health. Now, he probably should have thrown 1 snake at Alexstrasza, causing the Hyena to get a little bit of health and go above Holy Nova range. He already saw 1 Holy Nova, maybe he wasn't expecting to see both, but I think it's probably better to play a little bit more conservative and make sure you're out of range of some of these devastating AoE effects. And it's a smart move here. Instead of playing the Holy Nova right off the bat, he plays the Northshire Cleric, then Holy Nova, healing his Alexstrasza, causing him to draw an extra card from the Northshire Cleric's triggered ability. And that priest, though, he's killed every card the Hunter has, and the Hunter has no cards in his hand, but the priest is only at 5 health. So at this point, the Hunter just wants to draw another direct damage effect, maybe another arcane shot or something like that, so he can kill off the priest. And actually, he's held back the card in his hand, so it's not clear what that is right now. And the priest heals his Alexstrasza again, drawing another card. He probably should have played his other Northshire Cleric first to make him draw 2 cards for that, but it doesn't seem to matter if he does or not, because he's about to get a 16-16 Alexstrasza. He played Divine Spirit, giving it double the health, and then made its attack equal to its health. And that takes a huge chunk out of Rexar's health there, bringing him now down to 8. Although the priest, very low, only a 3. So if the Hunter uses his hero power, he just needs to draw 1 direct damage card. Even an Arcane Shot would finish the job for the Hunter at this point. So if he draws Arcane Shot, the game's over here. Otherwise, he needs to do something to stop an Alexstrasza of that size from killing him next turn. So maybe a big game Hunter or something of that. So maybe even a minion that's big enough that has taunt would stop Alexstrasza for at least a turn, getting him enough chance to finish off that 1 health Anduin. And depending on what that secret is, I don't think he's going to live. So he could be a freezing trap, and if the priest attacks first with Alexstrasza, it'll bounce back to his hand, and that would save him for a turn. But he cleverly baits the secret, checks to see if it's freezing trap first with that 1/1 minion. He knows there's no secret left that would stop him from winning the game here, and attacks for 16 damage with Alexstrasza, finishing off Rexar. What a comeback. Good game, Anduin.